about the fastest way to seven figures for your particular industry. And we're going to be opening it up for questions. One of the reasons that I'm doing this broadcast and we are simulcasting on live stream is because everybody always talks about money, but they don't talk about your money. And everybody's path to seven figures can be a little bit different depending on what you do. And so I wanted to do a broadcast specifically about things that you can do to level up your revenue immediately. So I'm going to be taking your questions, and I also have a list of things that I think that everybody should do across the board in order to cross that finish line to seven figures much faster. Good morning, Heather. How are you?
Good morning, Coach.
And I made you a moderator also, Heather. If you want to ping some people into the room, that would be great. So anybody that wants to come to the stage and ask questions, that would be great. The first thing I will tell you is that while everybody always talks about seven streams of income, you gotta have one stream of income before you have seven. Amen. And that one, good morning, Brittany. I'm gonna make you a moderator as well if you'd like. That one stream of income needs to be profitable because I see a lot of people with three and four hustles, but $3 and $4. And so it's not adding up that you're putting all this energy and effort out there and you're not reaping the financial rewards because you're too all over the place. So while I do agree that you should have multiple streams of income, you gotta start like you juggle. You don't start juggling seven balls at one time. You won't start seven businesses at one time and be profitable. So Heather, Brittany, you guys, Monique, you guys want to weigh in on that?
Well, Coach, one of the things you also taught us about the whole seven streams of income, it's not you're doing credit repair and then you're selling chicken dinners and then
you got a car wash.
So your car wash,
Then you got a daycare. Absolutely. So like Heather is the lady Brazilianaire, and all of her streams of income, including her new beauty school, comes from things that are in that particular field. She's not out there frying chicken and baking pies and doing all these things all over the place that would cause her to lose her laser focus. Everything I do, whether it's coaching, writing books, speaking on stages, hosting events, has to do with online businesses being profitable, point blank, period. Even with me saying I'm helping my clients with startup capital, PPP, and emergency assistance, and grants and business incubators, all of that is about bottom line capital, period. So you got to stay in your lane. Brittany, you want to add to that, or you have a question to ask?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning. Grand risings to you. I had a question. Because I want to get to six figures, right? And I believe that God gonna get me there. I believe that I'm putting in the work now, and I'm starting to see it take off. I'm a mentor to newer nail techs as well as owner of CBD line. I also include that into the nail salon, and I also do like webinars and stuff like that. So I'm trying to figure out. I'm still behind a chair, but I want to retire. Like,
absolutely.
I've been doing this since I was 17. I'm 33 now, and I got two little kids that I miss a lot. So I'm like, yeah, it's time to go because my desires is dwindling. Like every time I got to show up to that salon, I'd be like, oh Lord. So I'm trying to figure out how to maximize doing now so I can get the best return on my investments and the best return on that business. As far as like mentoring and coaching, should I be doing it like group?
You want your answer? Because I got you. I had your answer 15 minutes after you started talking. I had your answer. You want your answer?
I want my answer.
Oh, good. Okay, thank you.
I'll be ready for it.
Let me do what I do.
You know I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm gonna tell you why I'm ready because I was listening to her last night. I'm gonna tell you why I'm ready because when you started talking in the room, I'm like, I know this lady because I heard her on Facebook when I think I was right after I had my son. But you got to be in the right place to hear certain things. And at the time, I just couldn't hear it because I was a new mommy to two kids. But now since I'm in this place, I'm like, God, whatever you say, God, I'm ready because my desire to change is greater than my desire to stay the same. So whatever you got to say, I'm ready.
Absolutely. So, guys, definitely ping more people into the room if you're on Facebook or Instagram or Periscope, or you know what to do. Share the broadcast. The fastest way for you to elevate yourself is for you to create more of you. Listen to what I'm saying very close. What's keeping you from creating your own nail franchises?
My own nail franchises.
Your whatever you do, right? Because you said you teach nail technicians, right?
Yes, ma'am.
During the pandemic, I was looking for African American owned nail shops, and I was remiss to find them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a franchise opportunity, y'all listen to me close. If Subway can franchise for a couple $100,000, a McDonald's franchise is like $1 million. When you bring somebody in a franchise, that means you teach them, they do the work, but you can charge anywhere 25, 50, $75,000 to help them start a franchise. You're not doing the work anymore. Let them worry about the nails and the people coming to work and the this and the that. All you're doing is helping them get well versed in the industry and helping them with their marketing to get clients. That's it.
Wow. So, okay, I will be helping them like start their own salons.
Absolutely. And you can charge anywhere from Dig These Blues. You can say, come sit in a class for 1,000. Come to a boot camp and I'm gonna teach you for 5,000. Or if you want more direct support, then that's 10, 15, $25,000. You want to be a franchisee and create a business in an extension of my business, that's even more.
Oh wow. Okay.
And here's the thing, somebody will pay it, and not only somebody. And Heather, I'm gonna let you weigh in on this because I know you've been doing some profitable boot camps. They will pay because they don't have the knowledge otherwise. Yes, some people won't pay. Some people will say, oh girl, ain't nobody gonna pay her all that money. I go figure this out on my own. But by the time they waste money trying to figure it out, they'll be back like Mr. Toad Whooper on the color purr. You'll be back. You'll be back. Don't nobody want you because they don't know what they're doing.
And you know what, Brittany, Coach is so right. And I am a living witness. Even before I started to the process of opening the school, because of what I'm doing with my day spa, people are watching me and they're looking at me, and people ask me all the time, hey Heather, can you help me? I want to make six figures too. I want to expand my day spa. And so I have a scale. I have tier pricing. They can either pick my brain, or they can consult with me, or they can, I can teach them what to do. But to actually open another exquisite links and someone wants me to teach them, oh, that's fine. That's going to be at least $30,000. And I have no problem. And now people are asking me, well, how did you do the school? How did you do the school? Okay, well, if you want me to teach you, that's fine, 50,000. And I have no problem. Now, before I met Coach, I was afraid to tell people what I was charging and what I was worth. But now, after dealing with Coach and knowing who I am and what I'm capable of doing, and everything that I know, now I'm not afraid to even ask for a dime. Literally every single thing that I touch, everything that I talk about, it has a price tag to it. Even like I said, down to having a 30-minute class with me, or a little session or what have you. Everything costs, and it's worth it, because every piece of knowledge that I'm giving you, you can't even find it on Google. And I have testimonies behind that. I have facts.
And have every bit of knowledge. And Brittany, every bit of knowledge you have cost you something. Mm-hmm. What did it cost you? And so
it cost me a whole lot.
From time with your kid. Even intangible pricing. You understand what I'm saying? So if it costs me, why should I give it for you for free or cheap? And you could probably agree that you charging them $25,000, they're gonna waste that. Mm-hmm. They're going to misuse that and abuse that trying to get up and running, if they can even get up and running.
And Coach, to piggyback off of that, no, Brittany, don't be afraid to tell people what you charge. And here's the thing: what everybody in the room should hear. For some strange reason, it's our culture always thinks, oh, well, you did it. Why can't you just give that to me? Sweetheart, do you know how hard I had to bust my butt? Do you know I had to flip over and do all this? And Brittany, sleepless nights, early mornings, going to bed at 3 o'clock in the morning, waking back up at 5 or 6. Do you know what I had to do? And you want me to turn around and give this to you for free? No, that's not how it works. You don't go to Bloomingdale's asking for free stuff. You don't go to Neiman Marcus asking for free stuff. So why do you think it's okay to come to me asking for free stuff? No. Mm-mm.
And Brittany, the key to that, and everybody listening, if you don't have what I'll call a Kim Kardashian level product, right? $25,000, $50,000. What's going to happen when a celebrity or somebody of means does come to you and say, this is what I want? You're not going to know how to charge them. You've never sat down and done an audit of what everything you're offering is worth. It's called a stack value, okay? So let's say if you want to get into my platinum mentorship right now, $15,000. I'm going to show you how that platinum mentorship is worth $15,000. You want to get in my mastermind, it's $25,000. I'm going to show you line by line how much it's worth every step along the way. That's called a stack value. So when you show people, look, this is really worth $100,000 if you buy it a la carte. But if you get it all together with a year commitment, it's just 25. It makes a difference. But listen to what Heather said too, Brittany. She said tiered pricing. Watch this. These are my prices. You can get into my membership for $59 a month. I'm going to let Monique tell this story. You can get into my membership for $59 a month. Getting into my membership will still help you earn more money, but it's like catching a bus. Watch this access. Somebody say out loud. Access to you is worth money. You're not going to have as much access to me, and you're not going to have any one-on-one access to me in my membership, but you'll still get my knowledge, and my knowledge is still real sweet like tea. So access. You join my junior mentorship, which is $99 a week, very affordable for pretty much anybody. You get access to any course that I launch. I teach my courses live. So you'll still have access to me every other week, but you won't get any one-on-one access to me. You join my platinum mentorship. You get everything that comes in the membership, everything. Now, wait, let me step back. My junior mentorship is like a carpool. Still getting access to the information you need to build a profitable business, but you riding with some other people, and you're not going to go directly to your destination. Now, for the people that say, take me directly to my destination in the least amount of time, that's my platinum mentorship. You get one-on-one calls with me every month. That's like catching a plane. Are y'all seeing this analogy unfold? You see, for every level I go up, for every level you go up, it's more money. It's like catching a plane. It's going to take you directly there in the least amount of time. Now, my mastermind is $25,000. It's like catching a private jet. Because not only am I going to get you there in lightning speed, you're going to ride by yourself, because I'm going to come side by side with you during your launch to do my best to help you make 5 or 6 figures. When I say 5 or 6 figures, I don't mean for the year. I mean for a 30 to 45 day launch period. I just had a client make $130,000 in 30 days. I'm not talking about 6 figures for the year. I'm talking about if your launch starts 2-1, from 2-1 to 3-5, that's your launch period. What are our receipts? How much money did you make at the end of that launch? And my goal is for all my clients to make 5 or 6 figures, even if it's their first launch. That's their private jet, right? That's $25,000. I have a product that is $60,000. That is the equivalent of me riding in my private jet to pick you up at your house, sending a limo to your house, pick you up, put you in the jet with me, and flying back. Did y'all catch that analogy?
And it works for it is the truth. I promise you it is.
And it works for any business.
Yeah, because right now, I have my consultation call, and then I was trying to put together the membership for Facebook, like the Facebook business group, where they just go and they could be in there with themselves, ask questions. They could be the community that they go talk to, in there. And then the one-on-one is $350. So
that's not enough. That's not enough. Once you put all those other levels in there, my one-on-ones are $1,500. Why? Because if I can get a one-on-one with you for $350 and your group coaching is $350, why would I ride with a group?
Well, the group coaching on Facebook was going to be like $99.
But you understand what I'm saying now? You gotta put some levels in there, and those levels are determined. They determine your access. Monique, tell them about your journey in my program, because this will help you understand another reason why you need levels, because everybody always wants to get to the next level.
Yes, ma'am. Well, first of all, I started out on the bus. I was in the membership. And I joined the membership. And at that time, when you joined the membership, you were able to receive 20 plus grants, a free download of 20 plus grants every Black woman should be able or should apply for every year. And so I got the download. After a few days, decided I was going to take out some time to actually do the work like you tell us to do and teach us to actually do the work. So I sat down, and within 2 nights, 48 hours, applied to all of these grants. And then once I did that, it was like, oh no, I need more. And so then I wanted to get into the course, the free women's grant courses was coming up, and I wanted to be able to participate in that as well. And so then you instructed me that the best thing for me, for my money, for my investment, would be to upgrade to the junior mentorship. And so I did that, upgraded to the junior mentorship. So then I was in the car, and then just going in the car, just having, I was actually selected for one of the Founder Institutes through Hello Alice, contacted me. I applied for a Founder Institute incubator and was selected for a pre-seed accelerator program that will kick off in March, spring of this year. And so really very excited about that. And so, but the more I had contact with you, the more I wanted. And then it was just like, no, I'm going to, I was making some decisions about, okay, at the beginning of the year, I want to go platinum because I really need to be in the room with you on a weekly basis. I need these one-on-ones with you, and to really scale my business. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. As they say in Texas, Coach, because you in Texas, go big or go home. So I was just like, I'm going to go platinum. Right. And so I went platinum, and I'm telling you, my first one-on-one with you was priceless. That 7-figure scorecard that you gave me for my business just blew my mind. First and foremost, how I could scale my business to get to 7 figures. So it's just been phenomenal. And I'm really very excited to be under your tutelage, to just sit at your feet and get wisdom. And you give us that CEO wisdom too. You got
to know how to lead this money.
Exactly.
You got to know how to lead. So with me being a former JP Morgan Chase vice president, I believe, Brittany, in leadership training, because you have to know how to get people to act even when you don't have quote unquote influence over them, even when you don't have a title hanging over their head, or even when you don't have that everyday, what some people would call power. But Monique's the perfect analogy of when you get them in, if they're really hungry, they're going to want that next level. So they're going to do whatever they need to do to upgrade it. The mistake that a lot of people make is they don't limit access. Everybody, no matter what level, has access to you. And why would they need to upgrade and get out of the carpool? Why would they need to upgrade and get out of the carpool if they're getting the same treatment that they get on a private jet?
Yeah, I understand. I understand. Yeah, that's all. Well, in the group, they would not have the access to me. Now, the one-on-one, I only talk to them 2 times a week, and that's it. And that's
one-on-one.
Yeah, like the coaching, yes.
2 times a week.
Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am. For how much?
It's $350.
Not at all.
Yeah, it's too low.
It's $1,500. Once you build in all them levels, Brittany, for me to get on the phone with you one-on-one, it's $1,500. Now, if you're part of my platinum mentorship, that $1,500 times 12 is part of the value you get for signing up at $15,000 a year. Watch this. You can either buy 12 one-on-ones, or you can get access to the rest of this stuff and my one-on-ones once a month for $15,000. The one-on-ones alone are worth $15,000. Do you see how I built the value into the program?
Yes, you should see my eyes. My eyes are so big. I'm like, okay, all right, because I do believe that. Like, I work with nail tech, so and it doesn't matter who you work with, because at the end of the day, if they need it, they just gonna need it, and they're gonna want to get it. So, you know, when I say 50, I mean, I'm not scared to say it. You know, and okay, this is what I should ask you. When you started offering these packages, though, how did you start? Like, would you just say this is it and that's it?
No.
One person, it was just, how did you start it? Like, how did you get up the gumption to be like, okay, this is it?
The gumption
just went up.
It's not even that. I'm offering you one thing. Do you want to make more money in your business? Yes or no? How you go is up to you and your budget. I'm not offering you 15 different things. Depending on what your priorities are, Brittany, is how much you'll pay. Period. If you want to go and go fast, then you'll pay more. If you don't want to, then you'll pay less. Everybody's going to buy something, but they're going to buy according to their budget and according to their needs.
And Coach, I understand.
Coach, if I could also answer that to Brittany and just say, oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Monique.
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. All I was going to say is that Coach always had her product suite available. When I joined the $59 a month membership, the junior mentorship and the platinum mentorship, all of her product suite was already available. But what happened for me is when I joined at the $59 level, I found Coach made it so much value. There was so much value in that membership of different things that was available to me at the membership level that I wanted more. And I wanted to be able, her casting the vision of her boot camp, the Startup Capital boot camp coming up, the Free Women Grant course coming up, and the Profit Planning course coming up. There were so many different courses that were coming up that I wanted to be able to participate in, that it was more advantageous for me to upgrade my membership to the junior mentorship product aspect, so that I could participate in those courses, and that would be included in my membership. So she already had her product suite available.
So let me give you an example, Brittany. When you go to the grocery store, let's just say you're looking for a jar of peanut butter. They got more than one size, right? So they got the small size. If you ain't got that much money, you're going to get the smallest one. Now, if you got a lot of money, a lot of kids to feed, you're going to get that big bucket that my grandma used to get at the grocery store that got the handle on it. Everybody does this. Coca-Cola does this. Do you want a can? Do you want a 2 liter? You want a case? I'm not doing anything that everybody else doesn't do. We as small business owners have this take it or leave it pricing scale that leaves people out. And your fastest way to 6 and especially 7 figures means you need to build a community built up of people who are contributing to the community at the level in which they can contribute. Guys, if you have questions, go ahead and raise your hand. We're talking about the fastest way to make 7 figures in your industry. And why that is important, because a lot of people will talk about how to make money for themselves, but not how to make money specifically for you.
And coach too, not only that, having a wonderful team, having your staff, making sure that they all understand on the same level as you. That's important. And I've learned that as I've grown, having my team, the stability and not being able to do it all alone. Because at first, Brittany, I was doing everything all by myself, driving myself crazy. But then, like I said, as I grew, my team grew. And now they know my expectations. And they meet them every single day.
And guys, you need two teams. If you're doing two things, like Heather being the lady Brazilianaire and Brittany, you being that master nail technician, you got to have an online team and you got to have a spa team. You got to have graphic design artists. You got to have, you got to have it. You got to have coaches on both ends. I subscribe to coaches. You got to have somebody that's helping you, keep that laser focus on what you do in your day to day. But you also got to have somebody that helps you keep that laser focus on your money. Point blank, period. Especially if you're not comfortable asking for the money. Because over here, it's like tip drill. We going to ask for the money. And the more I tell you, ask for the money, ask for the money, ask for the money, the more you're going to become comfortable asking for the money.
And I got one of them people, and I love it.
Yeah, I believe you. It's not that I'm scared. I'm not scared to ask for the money. I just want to make sure that I have my systems in order and my systems in place. And the thing that I am struggling with is building the team. So that's the thing that I've been trying to work on, is building the team. I do have my online stuff, like my graphic artists and stuff like that. But I do need other pieces of the team to make sure that the transition is seamless. So that's what I'm working on.
And guys, that's no more than opening your mouth and ask. And Heather, I actually had that on my list too. I have a volunteer team, guys, that has about 70 people in it.
Coach, you read my mind.
Now, me and Ebony about to build this affiliate team that's got about 75, 100 people in it. Imagine having a team of people, brand ambassadors, affiliates, joint venture partners that are out there helping you market your stuff. It makes everything that much more easier. It helps you grow faster than you can grow yourself. People want to help you, have you open your mouth and ask. And I mean beyond your family members, beyond your girlfriends. We're so quick to say, won't nobody help me? But there are people watching you every day on social media, being inspired by you, being motivated by you.
So I have not asked for, well, I dropped it the other night on live. I said, I am getting ready to open up my affiliate, and I do have affiliates for Nails by Bink. So that just started though. So, a lot of this stuff, like I was telling my one friend, when it comes to like this digital world, I'm learning it, right? Because I'm from a small city. We weren't taught this. I wasn't taught this part of it until a couple years ago. But I'm fastly learning that this is where the money resides. And if I get retired, I have to get it, and I got to get it fast, because success loves speed. So, I'm trying to truly implement it, and I am willing to invest the money and do what I need to do and ask, because a lot of people do want to be my brand ambassadors, especially for my Bougie Blows line, which is my CBD. So,
and guess what? 100 ambassadors can make you 100 times the money, 100 times faster.
Wow. Yeah. So I need to do that like today.
And guys, there's an art to affiliate programs. There's an art to building joint ventureships. There's an art to these partnerships that makes people want to get involved. It really is. But I like what you said, because at the end of the day, this is where the money resides. And it's the money that you can get from anywhere in the world, working anywhere, all the time. And I'm going to tell you, people watch me and they feel like they can watch me and catch what I do just by watching me. Man, Oliver Twist can't do it like this until you get that behind the scenes. Oh, so this is why she did what she did. And a lot of us do that. A lot of us think that, oh, we can watch somebody and just emulate what they do behind the scenes. And it's not that easy, number one. And number two, with everybody in a different industry, right? How do you mirror somebody else and think that that's going to work for your industry too? A lot of times it doesn't. Guys, I want to pause for the cause and invite you. We're having what we call Super Money Saturdays this Saturday and next Saturday, 9 a.m., 2 p.m., and 9 p.m. It's a free event. Make sure you go to bit.ly/supermoney21 and register. I'm going to give you a list of 21 things you can do to supersize your revenue in 2021. Don't take that list lightly, because if you just do 2 things on your list, it's going to elevate your money. So bit.ly, write this down, Super Money 21. Make sure you register today. It's last Saturday was crazy, but we set the people free as it relates to money. Another thing I want to point out is you don't have to be perfect to make a lot of money. Some of y'all are sitting out waiting on your website and waiting on this and waiting on that. I made my first 6 figures with no business cards and no website, because when people need what you have, they are going to pay you. I'm going to repeat that. When people need what you have, you don't need a landing page. You don't need an ebook. You don't need baby. They will send you that money in Cash App or Vimeo, or they'll send their children over there with a check on a wagon. Baby, they will pay you in EBT cards and TANF. When people really need what you have, it ain't nothing that will stop them from paying you. And a lot of times we're our own worst enemy, because we run around thinking we not qualified for that level of money. But what qualifies you then? You're qualified by your experience. Everything it took for you to get where you are right now, that qualifies you, as long as you stay in your lane.
And Coach, if I may, for everybody who's listening, one thing, I love everything about Coach, but one thing that she has taught me is take that high dollar ticket item and push it. You say you're hungry, you say you're tired of working so much, then push it. Create something to where it sells. Your content, how you speak, how you show up, sell it. And I tried it, and now I own a scoop. So yes, it works.
Yeah, if you ain't selling something with at least a comma in it, you tripping. Let me tell you, it takes the same energy and effort to sell a $5.95 ebook as it takes to sell a $5,000 program, if you standing in front of the right person. Questions, comments?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
They in here listening, but I named this broadcast the fastest way to your 7 figures. Y'all be out there clamoring to listen to these people and how they made their money. This morning we talking about your money. It's a difference. Every industry is different. Every person is different. You better get on this stage and ask your questions. Facebook, you got any questions? Let us know. Periscope, let us know. Good morning, Ebony. Welcome.
And so you know what else too, Coach? It's fear. Because we stand in the way of our own self.
We do.
I say that all the time. If you are afraid, it's okay. But you'll never know what you can do until you take that first step. I used to work for corporate America like you, Coach, and I was like, I'm tired. And I just walked away. But I had my stuff on the back end to build from. But I literally took that step and I left. And I ain't looked back since. And I'm happy. I'm not as stressed as I was, and not as depressed as I was. I'm genuinely happy, and I can see my kids.
You better say that part.
That's where I'm at.
You better say that part.
Miss Danielle and Heather. I met Heather down in Atlanta, and Heather know when I won my award for Nail Ticket of the Year, I started crying. Yeah, I worked a long time, and I've had a lot of time as a professional, but not a lot of time as a mother. And that is bothering me. okay? Because I was a kid and then I grew up to be an adult in the business. But now my kids need me, and my husband. I like my husband, okay? So I feel like I want to give the time to people, one-on-one specifically, and not so much behind the chair, because I don't feel like that's where God has anointed me in this season. I really just don't. I feel like He's elevating me in that different way, and all the time that I'm wasting, I'm in my own way. Keep going behind our chairs. I don't want to do that.
And Brittany, also too, when you have put into the atmosphere that you want to change, God will find His ways Himself to make you uncomfortable. And then you'll be asking yourself, what is wrong with me? Why am I so agitated? Why am I keep twitching? Why? Oh, because you have said to Him, God, I want to change. I want better. God, I want more money. God, I want to spend time with my kids. God, I want to make $1 million. Oh, you do? Okay, cool. Well, let me take you and put you here. And it's going to mess you up for a couple of weeks, but you got to trust me. And then when He take you out that week, He'll put you into that month. And you're going to be like, dang, is this it? Yeah, now work it, because I know you can't. This is what you asked for. So here you are. Do your magic.
That's it. It's that part right there.
Absolutely. Brenda, welcome to the stage. You have any questions? Let me know, guys, if they have any questions coming on Facebook. Brenda, introduce yourself, and if you could keep your questions to 60 seconds, that would be great.
Okay, thank you. Good morning. Hi. I want to thank, first of all, thank everybody for this great information as always. And my question is, when I started a business during the early pandemic, I haven't really been pushing it like I know I should, and like I listened to you all talk. So I want to know, I did send a message to your group on Facebook, but I want to know about joining as a volunteer so that I can offer what I have to offer, and so that I can get, knowledge too from other business like-minded people.
Absolutely. If you register on that link, Super Money 21, and join us this weekend, my volunteer leads will be there to collect your information and tell you where to meet us. We have a volunteer meeting every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, like clockwork. When we're in event season, because we're having girl, let me tell you about this conference. We having in Houston in November. Girl, we're going to have a fish fry. It's going to be one of the most unconferences you ever eat in the morning, but by the afternoon, we're going to be having fish fried, chicken fries. We having an all-white boat party. We having a bake-off and a cook-off. So it's going to be very, very family reunion-like, because my people are my family, and I feel like the conference is time for us to celebrate how much money we made that year. But I'm still going to be in that year about them 22 and 2 profits, because it's not a time where I'm not coaching. So if you go to bit.ly/supermoney21 and register Brenda, and they'll tell you, I don't forget nothing. So when you ping me this weekend during Super Saturday, I'll connect you with our volunteer leadership team.
Okay, thank you so much.
And y'all guys, Heather was absolutely right. Why do you need money? Why do you need a team? Because you need somebody to help you carry these bags of money. I want you to imagine something. I want you to imagine that every $100,000 is a bag of money in ones that weighs about $50. How many can you carry by yourself? You really only can carry a couple of them by yourself. When you start getting over a couple $100,000, you need assistance to carry those bags. Now, some individuals, because this is what we do as women, we think that nobody is qualified. Yeah, they may not be qualified to be a general, but can they be a private? You understand what I'm saying? Can they make sure the deck is washed off? Can they make sure that people are greeted when they come in? Can they call and welcome people to your community? Give people something to do. Make them feel important, and in return, they get an opportunity to learn behind the scenes what it looks like to run a 7, about to be 8-figure brand. We're very methodical. We're super consistent, and that's where the money comes in. They will tell you, I'm online all the time. There's not a season I'm not online. I'm not one of those individuals that I'm going to come online when it's time for me to do a conference, or I'm going to come online when my coaching program opens. No, this is what I do.
Even when she's 60, y'all, trust me, I know.
But why would I not? Because look, Heather, I went to that job when I was sick. Hello?
Yep.
I stumbled around that job sick. You mean I'm not going to stumble around my business sick?
Just had a baby. I'm at work.
Just had twins. I'm at work. So, guys, if you have questions about the first 7 figures in your industry, make sure you raise your hand, come to the stage, ask your question, get your information. I see you, CJ. I had called you this morning. Let me bring CJ up when she can give me the tea on this first round of this second round of PPP money. And some of y'all are missing out on the money you need for coaching because you don't know about all the government money and all the programs that are available out there to get you the money. Somebody's heard me say 15,000, Brittany, and said, oh, I'll never be able to afford that. And just that quick, you turn your back on this.
I'm just going to say thank you, CJ.
Baby,
I'm sitting here talking, should I tell my husband to cut the check today or when?
Baby, you need to see what kind of check the government finna cut you. CJ, what's the helps on the PPP money?
Good morning, Coach. Thank you for the opportunity. Hi, everyone. Well, the haps is there's money in the land.
Hello?
And the issue is, are you going to get it? Or are you going to allow fear, doubt, stop you from getting this money that's in the land? There is another 284 billion.
Did you say billion?
I did.
What Roddy Rich say? I'm about to chase a bill, forget a million. He said I'm about to chase a bill. Hello?
That's what he said. That's what he said. So yes, that money is out there with your name on it. First thing I always tell clients, don't X yourself out of it. Don't immediately say, oh, I'll never get it. So if you say that, then you'll never get it. It is yours for the taking. It doesn't matter if you are self-employed, if you are independent contractor, if you have a side hustle, if this your main hustle or a side hustle, if you have both, you still qualify. We all were impacted by the pandemic. Does not matter if you have paperwork or not. Does not matter if you have a business account or not. And so what I implore you to do is at least try, right? Before you disqualify yourself, try. And so a lot of people, and Coach had to, it wasn't the fact that she had to stop us from getting the money. She had to work on our mindset first for us to even get to the point that we're worthy of this money. What the PPP, also known as the Paycheck Protection Program, is doing is it's giving you 2.5 times your average monthly payroll. You're welcome, Heather. That's my girl.
Look, even if you're a sole proprietor or individual contractor, even if you're the only person working in your business, and we're going to be talking about that Saturday during Super Money Saturday. So if you haven't registered, guys, there's going to be so many opportunities for you to learn about money that you didn't even know existed prior to Saturday. So make sure you go to bit.ly/supermoney21 and register, because here's the thing. You don't know what you don't know. And until you do something different and move into a different community and move yourself in alignment in a place where information like that is steadily being handed out, you won't know. And then you'll run around. Can I tell a quick story? Y'all know I'm a storyteller. There's a book. I'm trying to think what book was that? It may have been The Game of Life and How to Play by Florence Scovel Shinn. I'll remember in a minute. But there was a man who wanted to come to America, and this was when you could only come by ship. And so he saved all his money and bought him a ticket to come to America on this ship. Well, here's the thing. He's thinking, well, I done spent all my money on this ticket. I'm not gonna have no money to buy food on the ship. Let me just take all my food with me. So he packed cheese, crackers, fruit, so he could have some food on his way over. And one day he's sitting on the deck and he's smelling all coming in from, where they in the cafeteria eating. And he's like, man, I sure wish I could go in there and eat. And the woman passed by and said, why you not in there eating? He said, oh, I can't afford to eat in there. The woman said, the food is free when you buy your ticket. So once you buy your ticket, the food is included. He was so busy thinking he couldn't afford that he left himself off of the food. That's some of y'all. You're so busy saying, oh, I can't afford her, that you leave yourself out of the opportunities. And I told everybody I'm associated with, I can't beg nobody to come get. I spent years, I've been doing this 9 years. Some years, Heather, I felt like I was begging people to come get this bread. That's not even my style. Look, you either want these sacks of cash or you don't.
Exactly, and I'm gonna catch you on the back end.
You either can see my track record, feel my spirit, and know what I do, or you can't. I don't have time to convince you I'm the GOAT. I don't have the energy to convince you that at the level of money that I make, I don't have any of that. You either want it or you don't. While y'all following these people just because they got shoes and cars and houses and half of it is rented and the other half is on consignment. Y'all get with somebody that knows the business and knows how to take you and your business to the next level, no matter what you do. So that, yeah, your mouth, your mindset, those words, I can't afford, is putting limits on you. And your inability or unwillingness to make a decision. It limits you.
Good morning, Tiffany.
Good morning. I would just like to chime in on what Coach just, the story she just spoke on. That was me. That I was that person that counted myself out before I counted myself in. Coach is phenomenal about shifting your mindset. She give you the nuggets from the crumbs to the full deal meal, if I can say that. You get in at the ground level. There is room for everyone. It just depends on, like she said, how fast you want to accelerate. Whoever is listening, do not, I beg of you, do not count yourself out before you count yourself in. Because getting in and connected with this community, I've always heard that success leaves clues. When I say that success leaves clues, if you just get on a phone call, if you just get on a live, if you just get connected in the volunteer group, you are going to get success. And I say the book club is phenomenal. For most of us, it is our success. Get connected some way, somehow. That's all I have to say.
And Tiffany, that was awesome. And let me piggyback off of what you're saying. I want everybody who's listening, whether you're on Clubhouse or whether you're on another social media platform, I want everybody to understand that everybody in the land of living is not going to sugarcoat everything, okay? And Coach is one of those people. She does not sugarcoat anything. If you're looking for somebody who's putting sugar on it and put syrup and making it sweet and nice and pretty, we don't do that over here. We give you straight facts and tell the truth. Everybody who's out in the world, they may tell you that they want you to succeed, but on the back end, they really could care less about you. And to have a coach who actually allows you up on her platform to speak, and she coaches you on how to speak to people to get the money, is the best thing ever.
Listen, what I want you to understand is that it's possible for everybody. As long as you take the brakes off God, he'll show you how to get there. But you got to have some skin in the game too. And you got to understand that it's just so much money. Man, look, I grew up in the projects. I'm telling you, that whole Roddy Rich, that's me, baby. From the bottom to the top, check your sources, baby. I'm a war baby. I grew up in the projects. But I know that, you know, them worst trials and tribulations, that's where champions come from. So I'm not the only person that has been through something. You're not the only person that's been through something. But if you're not there now, you don't have a reason to stay there other than you got to make a decision. I want to, Janice, is that how you?
Hi, Danielle. You know, I did not expect to be crying right now. You just made me cry. I just wanted to say, like, what she was saying about your raw delivery, I think that's what draws me to you. I'm kind of from the projects, got a background, and I kind of need that kind of non-sugar coating. I come from that, so I appreciate your personality and how you deliver the message that God gives you to deliver to all the people. But I actually got up here, I inboxed you, but I'm thirsty for the information. You had mentioned earlier that on Saturday there's something that we can register for, and I was kind of looking for it on your Instagram and stuff, and I couldn't catch it because you kind of went out while you were saying it. So I was trying to jump on here just to ask, what was that link again?
Yeah, and it is in my Instagram. Let me check and make sure, but it's bit.ly/supermoney21. Supermoney21. Says join us for Super Money Saturdays. It's in my Instagram bio, bit.ly/supermoney21.
I see it. I'm sorry. I was looking at the link. I kept clicking on the link, so I was going through your website. Thank you. Yep. Thank you.
Not a problem. What business are you in, Janice?
Danielle, you know, I ran across you in Darius as well. I am the private chef.
Oh, girl, you bet.
You know, I'm following you. Yeah, that you know, I'm a private chef, but you know, we talked about me wanting to go into the cookbook industry. However, being on this platform and listening to you and Darius and I forget the other woman's name that I follow a lot. You guys have really influenced me to start at the bottom, get this money, pay somebody. Like, I'm really on getting some money so I can just pay you, because ain't no way to go around it.
So let me ask you a hard question. Didn't you say you already got a mailing list with like 1,000 people?
Yeah, I got a mailing list, but I don't think I got the community for. I have a mailing list, and I think it's all over the place. I don't think it's a good mailing list.
Even with a bad mailing list and the right strategy, how many people you said is on your mailing list? 1,000?
Yeah, I got about 1,000.
With the right, can I do some math for y'all real quick?
You know, we want you to do math.
So, 1,000 people on your list. 10% of 1,000 is 100. 1% of 1,000 is 10, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I know I'll be on that ghetto math.
Yep.
So 10 people buying a $10,000 product from you is $100,000.
Okay, I need that. But that's why I need you, because I have to figure out what my $10,000 product is going to be.
Yeah, but it don't take but 10. See, that's what I want y'all to know. It don't take no whole lot of people to generate $1 million. And $500,000, so 50 people at $10,000 is 500,000. That's why your pricing and what you do with your personal time is so critical. You cannot allow your personal time to be squandered doing one-on-ones for $99. That's ridiculous.
I don't currently have any type of like coaching, nothing. I have a one-stop shop, and that's what my problem is. You know what I'm saying? Like I just do private shop, and that's all.
And Coach, if I may add this too, Janice, when she says 10 people to do $10,000 products, don't let that scare you. It's a word called financing, and see, people think that's too much. I can't afford it. No, you can afford anything you want to put your mind to. If you say I want to make this money, you know that you're going to have to spend some money to make some money. There are financing options that we have available for you, so you can go ahead and get this product and get to the coaching program. How does that sound? And they'll go, oh my God, I feel so much better.
And that's one of the things I told y'all yesterday. When Nunu paid her coaching contract off cash. Let me tell you how other people operate with money. When y'all see those guys running all them Facebook ads, they will go get a loan for $100,000, spend $100,000 on Facebook ads, make $1 million, pay the $100,000 back. When you know that you're willing to do what it takes, if it took you calling all 1,000 people on that list, are you willing to do what it takes? Good morning, Mimi. Good morning, Nunu. Are you willing to do what it takes? And that's the question you have to ask yourself. If you're not willing to do what it takes, that's okay. But then don't move towards me. But if you're willing to do the work and not talk about the work, then to make moves and not question the moves you're making. And that means you got to be laser focused on the strategy.
Also, too, Coach, when you talk about that $100,000, when they spend that $100,000, guess what else they do, guys? They write that $100,000 off as a tax deductible investment to their business, so they still get it back.
I may after that.
Maybe so.
Maybe.
That's the strategy. That's the difference between you paying tax liability and you not. That's how Jeff Bezos and all the other major corporations do not pay taxes. That's not fake news. They really don't pay taxes. Our last president really did only pay $750. And the reason is because they know how to invest back into their business and take it as a write-off. So your coaching, so all your Facebook ads, that is an advertising expense to your business. So when you pay for coaching, that too is a tax deductible investment. So you're not spending, it's a paradigm shift. You're investing and you get that money right back.
Yeah, and that's why you got to know the language of money, guys. If you haven't already signed up for Super Money Saturdays, definitely go to bit.ly/supermoney21. It's a whole language about money, guys, that we don't know. I was on a call yesterday with an insurance expert and a real estate expert talking about how you can use the insurance policies to buy real estate. Did y'all know that? Right. That you can use insurance policies and the equity in insurance policies. Come on now. And I'm on a quest to find out all of these things about money that I didn't know previously, because that's what's leaving us behind from a generational wealth perspective.
And you know what, Coach, now I think about it, I always hear the other people say, oh, well, I borrowed against my life insurance policy. And I'm like, wait a minute, how you do that? But now I get it.
Right, exactly. And those are tax-free dollars. Tadrika, you got a question, a comment? Welcome to the stage.
I do actually. I'm actually an agency director for a large life insurance company, and that is very, very true. And a lot of our people just don't know that you can purchase life insurance, and you can borrow against those whole life policies. I actually worked with a lady who had a son. She said she knew he would never do anything good in his life. So at the age of 18, she made him purchase $250,000 whole life policy. And, you know, most of the time we see those numbers in a term policy. That's mainly what they try to sell us on, with those really, really cheap premium price. And so with the whole life policy, it cost him about $100 and something, being that he was 18. That's not a terrible price for $250,000 in whole life, because that's guaranteed. On the term, you're not going to see that unless you go within the 30 years that term is allowed. But with the cash value of that policy at the age of 65, they estimated the policy to be valued at $1 million.
Absolutely.
And he actually borrowed from that policy a few times, twice, to start 2 different businesses for himself, one of which was last.
Guys, what we don't know about money, you hear what I'm saying? So we shine away from insurance because you're looking at, we tend to relate life insurance to something morbid, and nobody wants to face their own mortality. So we tend to stay away from things that have to do with death. So I don't want to talk about life insurance. And so we live underinsured and uninsured, hosting GoFundMe's and catfish dinners. When somebody pass away, we trying to sell spaghetti plates to get them in the ground. But life insurance is about living your life and what you can do with that money in your lifetime. It's not about what you're doing with that money once you're dead. There's so much we don't know about insurance that is just unreal. It is so many things we don't know about money that is keeping us broke. So if you haven't registered, that's the kind of information we're going to be sharing at Super Money Saturday. Make sure you register at bit.ly/supermoney21. If you've been in this room this morning, you have learned something about money that you didn't know before you came in this room. Now, multiply that by 365 days, and then tell me you can't make $1 million. It's not your product. It's not your service. It's not you. It's not your background. It is the knowledge of money that you're missing. We're so quick to say, oh, I don't have money to invest in real estate. It's a way to get it. But you still got to have the discipline to get the policy, pay the policy, and let the equity in the policy grow. But, oh, absolutely.
Hey, Coach, not only do you have to have the ability to learn, but you have to be coachable. Because Coach will tell you something, and it'll be easy for you to go, nah, I'm going to do it this way. But see, here's the thing. She's already made $1 million. You haven't.
That's so true. And that's true of everybody we interact with from an expert level. If you're going to hire an expert, why would you hire them and then not execute or not listen to them? Why would you hire them and then say, oh, well, you know, I maybe I'll do that. Or, oh, I'll do it when I get around to it. If you're going to take the time and energy to hire an expert, then do yourself and them a favor and do what they ask you to do. And do it immediately. And understand that even your failures are taking you somewhere. Questions, comments, anybody in the audience as we wrap up? I'm trying to find a consistent time on Clubhouse that works. Good morning, Valerie.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hi, Miss Valerie.
Welcome.
Hey, thanks for picking me to the class.
Absolutely.
Thanks for the information. I just had a quick question. I have 2 Facebook groups on Facebook. One has about 6,000 people, and the other one has about 2,000 people. The one that has the 6,000 people is black and white, and then the other one is all black. I think my problem is I sell skincare devices. The group that's mixed, I don't know how to speak the language to them to communicate. Like, what I'm selling is the same thing that you purchase for $265. I might be selling it for $150, but they're like, oh, you get it from China. Oh, it's not patent or trademark, yada, yada, yada. It's the same device that the other person is selling for $265, same manufacturer. So I guess my question is, in your groups, do you help with the communication? I think that's where my breakdown is.
I definitely help with the marketing communication, but let me ask you a question. Why are you even telling them it comes from China?
No, I don't tell them that.
Okay. Why do they even know it's you? Let me tell you something about blind business. Everybody don't gotta know everything you're doing. It's a way for you to set up your company. So people that don't even know that that's you that's selling it. And look, here it is. It's $165. You either want it or you don't. I'm not here to convince you to buy it. And believe it or not, white consumers have a lot of similarities in African-American consumers. Everybody wants a good price. So are you saying, okay, I have the same kind of guarantee that they have? You know, if it breaks, it doesn't work for you, I'll replace it. Do you have testimonials on there as to the people who've used the product and said, oh, this is a good product? All of those are things that will give somebody else the confidence to buy the product. People want to buy. And then I got one last hard question for you. Just because you get it cheaper doesn't mean you got to sell it cheaper. One of my coaches, one of my speaking coaches from years ago, said he went into a store, Best Buy, and he wanted to get a digital camera. This was back when digital cameras were popping, before they had a camera on the phone. He said it was 2 models there. One was $60, one was $100. Exact same camera, different packaging. He even asked the associate, are these the same cameras? The associate said yes. You want to know which one he walked away with?
The more expensive?
He sure did.
Okay.
So you got to realize what kind of world we living in. People buy shoes that cost a lot of money, not because they pretty, but because they cost a lot of money. People buy purses, but did y'all see that Payless experiment before Payless went bankrupt in their stores?
Yes, I saw that.
They created a Italian lookalike high-end shoe store called Palessi, put it in a high-end mall, marked them cheap break ankle shoes up to $500, $600, and $700, and the people was not only buying them, same shoes you buy at the Payless store, but commenting on how well they were made and how they was a fashion statement. You gonna say all that when you pay $700 for something? It's a book.
I'm sorry, my bad. Go ahead.
It's a book I told y'all about last night called The Energy of Money. When people spend so much money for something, you can't even tell them they got a bad deal. They don't want to hear it.
That's good.
Because inside themselves, but if they buy something cheap, they looking for it to tear up. They looking for a problem. They looking for an issue with it. And while you running all them groups, I hope they are paid groups and not free groups. And that's a whole nother conversation, Miss Valerie.
I'm getting ready to start a paid group. But one thing you said that really got me, I don't tell them where I get it from per se, but literally they know. But I definitely need to up the price. I do the same, pretty much the same landing pages, same sales pages that they do, something similar. But it's definitely the price that I think.
Yeah, it's so cheap. It's so cheap that you're making them question the quality. You're making them question the origin. We've been taught that if something is too good to be true, it probably is. And in your case, maybe it's not. But then what are you doing to reassure them that it's not? And then again, just because you got it at a cheaper price, Look at what all you had to do to go through to get the connection, to get it at a cheaper price. So why would you get them a discount?
And Coach, and to piggyback off of what you said, look, I mean, speaking of Payless, look at Champion. I mean, is that not where Champion first started? Was Payless? And now look at Champion. It's all over, and people are paying like $100 some odd for Champion. And I'm like, do y'all know that y'all wearing Payless stuff?
Right. People nowadays, go ahead, sis.
Miss Danielle, I only paid like $37 for the item. So I actually thought $150 was good. But like I said, I appreciate what you said because that does make
so sis, half of the stuff you go to the store, when you go to McDonald's and buy a large Coke, I think their cost on that Coke is like 9 cents. Like 2 cents for the soda and maybe 7 cents for the cup. They don't care that they only paid 9 cents. They still finna charge you $1.69, $2.09, whatever they charge for a large soda. Since when do what you pay for something have to do with what you sell it for? You sell it at market value. Who are you to getting people a discount? Who are you, Mother Teresa?
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that this morning.
And then the bad part is they don't even appreciate the discount.
Showed up.
You forcing a discount up on them. So how many a year do you sell? Let's just say, how many of those devices do you sell a month?
I actually stopped selling those devices. I pretty much maybe sold them for 2 years, a couple years ago. What I do is I try to pick the items that are trending in our industry, and I'll post them and tell them about it. And normally the young ladies, they'll inbox me, and I'll just drop ship them. I don't get inventory on them, but I'll just drop ship.
You pay for it.
But just so you know, anytime we look and we say we don't have the money to do something, it's because in our past, we didn't handle that opportunity in a way that would afford us extra money. So let's just say you sold 1,000 and could have been making an extra $10,000 off it. You could have been making an extra $100. That's $10,000 that you lost out of your pocket by playing games with the price.
I got you. I'm getting ready to find me another device. So thank you so much. Can I add something said earlier, Miss Danielle?
Absolutely.
So when Miss Valerie first started, she was asking, about the demographic difference. And one thing I think that could possibly help is just doing some marketing research on the companies that they would actually buy from and what verbiage do they use, how do they actually sell the product to the people. Also, trying to do, like Ms. Danielle said, some client reviews, but use people that they would identify with. So it's not you selling the product to them, it's somebody that they identify with selling that product to.
And then, like I said, don't be hesitant to, first of all, make sure if you guys got groups this size, you should be building a list. You take that list and create a lookalike market on Facebook. You take that landing page and take everything, make the landing page diverse. Like Tadrika said, show some people that they resonate with using the device. The device. Take your face off of it and let them just, you don't know who Marshall's is or Dillard's or Target. You don't even get an opportunity to judge them. Are they African American? Are they a woman? Are they this? Are they that? You don't even get a chance to judge them.
I know what Mimi gonna say. Hey, Mimi.
Hey. I didn't want to butt in. Miss Danielle still talking.
Oh no, you all right, Mimi? Good morning.
Hey. No, I'm just always an advocate of just promoting what you sell in your brand. I think people get it misconstrued that they have to be the face of their brand for it to flourish. And truth be told, like Ms. Danielle said, you don't need to do that. Like, I have a kid's brand, but you don't see me on it. The kids tell the story. The kids showcasing the product, you know. So that's with like anything boutiques, just anything in any industries. You don't necessarily have to be the face of it, because then too people can be just judgmental, and you could have an amazing product, but just because it's you, they won't support it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like it's a personal thing, like within your circle, but it's the outside of it. So people that have to understand to start being low key. You know, you just promote the quality of your product and what you have, and that's why you get models and testimonials and current clients and stuff like that to showcase it, and then do campaigns and stuff with diverse people, and you'll be able to come across a different way. But like another young lady said, you have to do market research. You have to look at other brands. You know, you are a black owned brand doing it, but look at the white owned brands that's doing it. Look at the corporate brands. I always tell people you want to run your business as if it's already on a corporate level.
Absolutely.
You don't want to wait and then not. It's like you have to be ready, like stay ready, so you don't have to get ready, because a lot of people miss opportunities when they're just kind of moving day by day instead of looking at the end result and then working backwards.
And I tell people to dress for where you want to be, not for where you are. When you say that in corporate America, so it's the same out here in the internet streets. You gotta be ready for where you want to be, not for where you are. And to piggyback about what they're saying, you always gotta benchmark the competition. But again, we talked earlier about brand ambassadors and about affiliate partnerships. If you diversify your brand ambassadors, if you put an affiliate partnership out there, because that's what you should have did. Kept them at 265. Put an affiliate partnership out there that say you get 100 for every one you sell. Now you got 100 people selling them.
Girl, I would push
You still making your 165. Right. You got people knocking folks over in the alley trying to get this product sold. Put people to work for you.
I got it. I got it.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
And if I can help you with that or monetize them groups, hit me in the DM. But make sure you come to Super Saturday too, because y'all got to learn how to take this bread to the next level once you've earned it. Earning it is just part of it.
I signed up for your Super Saturday. But I pretty much, like I said, I've done like the landing and squeeze pages. I've, kind of made it towards, the white audience. But I'm still, I don't know. I messed up with the pricing for sure.
No, you didn't. It's all about strategy and how you're actually setting up your landing page and how you're promoting it. So don't have, and a lot of people do that when they try something and it didn't work. They're like, well, I didn't try that. Well, no, try it, but take a different approach.
Yeah, you didn't mess up.
Different the next time.
You never mess up, you learn.
True.
And the faster you learn and be willing to take, like Mimi said, take what you didn't do right and say, well, let me do it differently. That's the better off you end up.
Definitely.
Questions, comments? I got to wrap up because I'm going to go meet with my mentor for 8:45. But I appreciate you guys. And Mimi, thank you for coming to the stage and offering her that advice, because sometimes I think we overthink things.
Oh, yes.
I think we overthink, and especially as women, we set the prices for things based on emotion rather than on business.
And two, Coach, we're so used to looking out for everybody else. Oh, well, that price is a little too high, so let me lower it so maybe I can help her out, and maybe that if I do this, then I'll gain him as a client. No, because they ain't worried about what you got going on. So,
and we have to just take the emotion, not the passion, but we have to start making the business decisions based on calculators and math instead of based on how we feel. I'm reading this book called It Takes What It Takes. And what they mean by that is sometimes we don't want to let people go because they are friends. Sometimes we don't want to charge people to do something because we have a relationship with them. But, you know, understand where you're trying to go. And you got to ask yourself, would Jeff Bezos do this? Would Bill Gates do this? Would Oprah do this? If they wouldn't do it running a multi-billion-dollar corporation, then why should you? Because what you do now and how you start is how you finish. So if you start as a CEO and make decisions like you're a CEO, you're going to finish as if you're a CEO. If you start like you're a mom and pop and make decisions like you're a mom and pop, you're going to finish that way. I remember speaking with this preacher in Houston that has a huge church, and I went to speak at his church to speak. And he talked about when he got started, how he would answer the phone and act like he was his own assistant. Why would he do that? Because in the minds of people, that elevates you. And he would be like, one moment, let me get him to the phone, and then he would get on the phone and be like, yeah, good morning, it's me. Going out on your website and listing emails for your team, email customer service, email product questions here, email cook. Now, all them emails might go to the same place. Now, I real life have 35 people on my team, so you're going to be getting some different people. Don't be talking about, Coach, is this you? No, our real life pays real payroll. But until you get there, there are some things you can do to keep yourself leveled up and making sure that, you're not just Jenny from the block. Because you act like Jenny from the block, people going to treat you like Jenny from the block. You act like Miss Jennifer Lopez, CEO and business owner, they're going to treat you like Miss. That's where treatment comes from. Y'all know that, right? People only treat you as horribly as you treat yourself. And some of y'all talk so bad to yourself, you can't say nothing when people talk bad to you. Any last questions before I close out the room? If you've not already registered for Super Money Saturday, we're going to be live 9 a.m., 2 p.m., 9 p.m. It's going to be amazing. I have some amazing speakers lined up. We got some great information lined up. You need to do what you need to do to get in the room in one of them segments. This is not just about making the money now. This is about making the money and creating a legacy for our families, understanding what to do when you get the money, understanding where you can go get this money, because right now they print checks and giving it away, and understanding also how to make sure that you preserve the money that you're making now in order to build generational wealth. Thank you guys for stopping by. I appreciate you. Thank you, Mimi, Heather, Brittany, Tadrika, CJ, Valerie.